Everyone, it's Jill here from Relax, Release and Reiki. So, in this Reiki session, I'd like to guide us through opening, cleansing and balancing our third eye chakra, which is located here. And each chakra is an energy center which influences some of our physical function in our body, and obviously there's always a spiritual element to it. So there's lots going on that the third eye chakra has influence and supports us with. In this Reiki, I want to focus in on a physical aspect, which is, and focus in particular on the hypothalamus the chakra supports. I'll cover some of the other things, that the pituitary gland and the spiritual aspect, in other videos. I always feel that if you kind of try to cover too much, it can be a bit overwhelming and you can lose focus and things like that. So today, this video, very much about the hypothalamus. So I've had to write down because I can never remember, but the hypothalamus regulates a number of functions within our body. So body temperature, our sex drive, mood, hunger and thirst. What have I forgotten? Oh, and blood pressure. So a lot going on. And I would say, with any of these chakra cleansing Reikis, they absolutely apply to everybody. It's always great practice in terms of energetic hygiene to now and again cleanse your chakras for so many reasons. They get a little bit clogged up or blocked because we're busy living our lives, and our life experiences obviously will influence our chakras. But I would say in particular, for peri-menopausal or menopausal women, this really is a great Reiki session, because a lot of the things that the hypothalamus regulates can actually get out of whack when you're in that peri or menopausal period of your life. Always good to give it a helping hand, help it to get back to flow and be in balance, so that your body can actually start to respond and support you better. Okay, so I'm assuming that you're sitting or lying down and that you're somewhere where you can just deeply relax and enjoy the session. To get the most out of it, I always say come back really if you've had caffeine, recreational drugs or alcohol in the last couple of hours. So let's get started. Just relax, close your eyes and just pause here and notice where your energy is at. Okay. So I'd like you to imagine that you're standing in a woodland, and as you look up to the canopy of the trees, you notice a shaft of sunlight coming in. The most beautiful shaft of light, golden sparkling light, and there's warmth to it obviously. Now imagine that same light gently spinning above the crown of your head. And then it starts to flow through you, in through the crown of your head, down into your face and neck, releasing any tension, relaxing all of the muscles there, down into your shoulders, arms, hands and fingers, as if you're lighting up your body, down into your chest and upper back, Feel yourself relaxing as if having a massage. Feels good. Maybe you want to wiggle your body around a little. Down into that midsection. Down into your hips. Down into the pelvic bowl. You know, that space, that sort of bowl shape between your hips and the base of your spine. Down into your bottom, thighs, knees, calves, shins, ankles, feet and toes. And then out through the soles of your feet. So this is a constant flow of energy in through the crown of your head, through your whole body, going to every cell, and then out, releasing, shifting unwanted energy out through the soles of your feet. We're trusting that that just happens naturally now that we've opened up to Reiki, and I'm channeling it for you, sending it to you with love. So that's constant. So let's take a few nice deep breaths to just a signal to the body that it's time to relax and let go. So breathing in, nice and deep, right down, as far down into your lungs, at the base of those, and then release the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. And with the next breath in, imagine that with every breath in, you're bringing that Reiki down into your body, and with every breath out, you're releasing through the soles of your feet, shifting what needs to go. So breathe in, and then release. Perfect. And so we can resume normal breathing, and just trusting that with every single breath that you take, in comes the Reiki, and every breath out goes whatever needs shifting, whatever needs to be released. And that will just continue throughout the whole of this Reiki session. So in parallel to that, we're just going to bring our focus to the hypothalamus. So that's the intention that we're setting in this Reiki session, just to help that to regulate those body functions fully in support of us, returning to homeostasis so that everything is in flow, everything is in balance, helping us to feel more energized, revitalized. Okay, so we've set our beautiful intention. Reiki continues to flow. Actually, and as it flows, with every breath out, continuing with our woods analogy, imagine that you're standing in that woodland with your feet on the earth, and each breath that you release, it's as if you're releasing tendrils or roots down into the earth, into its very core, allowing you to make a deep connection with nature, with Mother Earth, and allowing that released energy to be recycled. That's just the natural cycle of things, like leaves dropping off the trees that become the earth that nurtures and feeds the trees, creating the soil. really relax into this moment as you breathe it in, breathe it out. Feeling a deep, deep connection with nature, no matter where you happen to be physically, making that connection. We are just one. And as you imagine your feet planted on the earth, rooted down into the core of the earth, it's as if you can feel the earth's heartbeat. Your heartbeat lining up with that of the earth, becoming one. As you become more centered, relaxed, just one with nature. Beautiful. Giving yourself permission to deeply relax. Go with the flow, wherever your energy wants to take you. We're just going to shift our attention now to our third eye chakra, that space above the bridge of your nose. Sometimes when we focus in on it, it can feel almost tingly or like it's warm. Not always, but sometimes. Picture indigo light, so bluey purple light just swirling around that part of your body, inside and outside, just very gently. It's a really vibrant colour, so it's backlit. So although we're not really focusing on the spiritual aspect of our third eye chakra today, nevertheless, you'll probably feel that your intuition does fire up. So really trust what your inner being is saying to yourself as we go into this a bit deeper. We often just don't do that and dismiss what we hear or what we feel. So the invitation is for you to really tune into that and listen and feel with compassion. Let's take some nice deep breaths actually and focus a bit more on our third eye. So as you breathe, imagine that you're breathing in to your third eye. Don't get too caught up in what does that really mean. Just imagine that you are just breathing through that space above the bridge of your nose. And then as you breathe out, again through that space, but releasing any blocked energy that's there, any energy that's there that's not serving you. We're just, with breathing in, we're looking to balance our chakra, and that's what we're asking Reiki to support us with, to cleanse our chakra. And then we release whatever needs to be shifted on the out breath. Okay, so let's breathe in into our chakra and then release and let go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So we continue to breathe, obviously, just normally is fine. Still understanding that with every breath we take now, we're focusing our energy, on that chakra with loving support, the light and love that is Reiki, focusing in on our third eye chakra, and it starts to respond. Beautiful. So our hypothalamus is just an almond-sized part of the brain. So I find it useful to have some sort of visual imagery. So I'm going to imagine an almond actually. And I'm going to bring my focus there, as though I'm focusing in on our hypothalamus. And we want to send our hypothalamus lots of love and light. Just conjure up feelings of love. Maybe you want to say I love you to your hypothalamus. And then send that energy, that loving energy, to your hypothalamus. Much in the same way as if you think about a loved one, a family member, or a friend or a partner. Bring that loving energy up, feel it in your very essence, and then imagine you're sending it out to this almond-shaped part of your brain. Don't worry about where in the brain it is or anything like that. Just know that by setting that intention to send that energy there, it will get there. So we're asking our hypothalamus to be at its optimum performance, helping it to regulate our body temperature, regulate our sex drive, our feelings of hunger and thirst, regulating our blood pressure, regulating our mood, regulating our sleep pattern, so if there's a particular issue that you're experiencing with any of those things, perhaps you want to bring that to mind and just focus in particular, asking your hypothalamus to regulate for you. So if you're experiencing hot flushes, ask your hypothalamus for some support there. Or maybe you've got a number of things going on for you. Keep it positive, send your hypothalamus love. It's quite common that when things aren't going quite as we want them to be frustrated, maybe even angry, then that's quite negative energy. We don't want any of that. Just sending love and support as you would to a friend, when they need support. So loving your hypothalamus, helping it to reset itself if it needs to, and to start regulating these things for you. It's always doing its best to work for you. So we actually send love and gratitude, heartfelt thanks for all that it does. Amazing part of the brain. So I'm just going to go quiet. If you don't have a specific issue, just continue to channel that love and that gratitude and saying thanks for keeping you fit and healthy and full of vitality. Okay. Our bodies talk to us, but we so often don't listen. We don't take time to focus in on our body and ask it what it needs. We just take for granted that it does what it needs to, which is wondrous. So while we're here, just ask your hypothalamus, what can I do for you? So just say, what can I do for you? I don't know, you may have had an answer. I feel like, something will have popped in your head. You just need to be open to hearing or feeling or just acknowledging. So if you feel as though nothing came up, just pose the question again. What can I do for you? So there's things that I'm being invited to share with you are, this comes up quite a bit, obviously a healthy diet, looking at reducing the amount of sugar in your diet, processed foods, and eating more fruit and vegetables. Obviously fruit has got sugar in it, but it's natural sugar. looking at reducing caffeine and alcohol, drinking plenty of water. Making sure that you have a good sleep routine, looking to have a good 8 hours sleep if possible, reducing screen time in the lead up to going to bed, getting fresh air, having some exercise. So not necessarily going to the gym, but just a little 10-minute walk outside. Even if it's just wandering around the shops, anything. Okay, when it comes to sex drive, if that's been an issue, showing yourself and your partner more love and compassion. Taking your time, not rushing. Celebrating your body, and maybe it's due to changes that are happening, depending on where you are, age. So once again, just ask your hypothalamus, is there anything I can do for you, specifically for you, in support of you? Ooh, I don't know why, for me it just keeps coming up about the sex drive thing. So I'm being invited to do a Reiki on awakening your Kundalini, which I will record a session, so look out for that one. Okay. Okay, the other thing I'm getting is, Reiki is nothing short of miraculous, but just be kind to yourself, take time. If you've been experiencing issues with some of the things that the hypothalamus regulates, be patient. We've started the process of resetting things, but it can't necessarily happen just overnight. Okay, so maybe just keep checking in with your body. What does it need to help regulate certain functions with loving kindness and compassion? Okay. And on that note, actually, let's just blast our hypothalamuses with love and gratitude before we come out of this. So, feeling the most intense love that you've ever felt, send that to your hypothalamus with thanks for all that it does. It's an absolutely amazing part of our brain. Perfect. Okay. Let's just shift our focus away from our third eye chakra now. Just notice your physical body. Maybe just wiggle your fingers just to shift the focus a little. Just going to stop the flow of Reiki for now. Okay. So when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back into the room. Oh, okay, great stuff. Yeah, so as I said in the Reiki session, changes take time sometimes. So be gentle with yourself, be kind, be patient, and yeah, just keep checking in. Listen to this as many times as you need to. Ask your body, what do you need in order to get back to full health and vitality, and help the hypothalamus do what it needs to in terms of regulating all of those different things. Yeah, if you've got any questions, please leave me a comment and I'll do my best to answer. Other than that, I wish you lots of love and happiness.